Championship Sunday. Man, second to the last week of the NFL season. We got Championship Sunday going on, special edition. The Water Boys waiting on G to be eating Sunday dinner. Cushion cheese. Well, we're waiting, man. Let's go some of these coaching. Harbaugh, San Diego. As Corey would say, he took the easy job. Look, man, there's no such thing as an easy job. If the job was so easy, why the last two coaches got fired? We're almost the same personnel, you know. Tampa Bay offensive coordinator Calais went to Carolina. My man Raheem Morris went to Atlanta. That was a good look there, man. That was my front running for the Commanders, man. I wanted Raheem Morris. You know, I just thought he was ready. You know, yeah, he had a stint early on as a head coach for a couple of seasons when he was young. Been in the league as a coordinator doing this thing. You know, so I actually thought that he's gonna do a good job this time around. Atlanta get them a quarterback, man. If I'm them, I'm trading for Justin Fields or I'm breaking the bank for Kirk Cousins. You know, Kirk get paid again. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Kirk lead the league in getting paid. Kirk is the blueprint for free agency at quarterback position and the franchise tag. Any organization that wants to franchise tag their quarterback, they better be with. Matter of fact, they need to change it from the franchise tag to the Kirk tag. Kirk Cousins tag, man. You got Kirk. You know what I mean? Because he definitely pimped the hell out of that whole situation into millions and millions of dollars. Right? But they get them a quarterback. They already got the weapons out there, man. They got Bijan Robinson, what's his name? Algier running back. You know, they got some good receivers out there. Kid they picked up in the first round a couple years ago. You know, solid offensive line. You know, defense ain't too shabby itself. He's a defensive guy. You know what I mean? So they get him a quarterback down here in Atlanta. Man, I like that signing of Raheem Morris. Man. Raheem, why you tell the cops I killed Raheem? Oh. Seattle still doesn't have a coach. You know what I mean? I think, and of course, Commanders have a coach. I got to think about that. I think that Dan Quinn, I think Seattle is plan B for Dan Quinn. I actually think Washington is the job he wants. And I think he's going to hold out. Actually, I think Seattle wants to be the last team so they can have a pick of who's left. Because look at the people who's left. You got Ben Johnson, Quinn, McDonald, Weaver, Belichick. Belichick ain't got no job. So, you know, Seattle really doing themselves a service by just waiting it out because they're going to have to pick of the litter, and there's still some good coaches out there. You know, but I actually think Dan Quinn wants the Washington job first. I think he's going to wait out that situation, the whole Ben Johnson thing. For y'all Ben Johnson fans, Adam Schefter reported that Ben Johnson is not the front runner. You know, I've been saying this for a minute, man. All this Ben Johnson talk, man, that shit could be a smoke screen. We'll see, though. We definitely will see. You know what I mean? But out of all the guys left, man, what's going on with Vrabel? Vrabel's still out there. Harbaugh was my number one guy. Vrabel was number two. Raheem Morris was number three. You know what I mean? So only out of the top three, but Harbaugh, Morris still got Vrabel. So yeah, listen, and we ain't brought Vrabel in for an interview, talk to him, or nothing. I don't, you know, maybe that ain't the direction they want to go in. But I don't know, man. I think Vrabel is a hell of a coach. You know, and they need to get him up in there. At least get him in there for an interview. See where his head is at with it. You know what I mean? Sunday morning orange juice. Nothing like it. All right. Quarterback situation. Speaking of quarterbacks, I was talking about Justin Fields to Atlanta. So that's basically saying Drake May, not Drake May, Caleb Williams at number one. But I think Chicago want to reset that position. So that makes plenty of sense. Caleb Williams one. Now, listen, man. Early this week, I kind of was pounding on my chest for Drake May, saying I don't like Jaden Daniels, that he just looks to run. You know what I mean? But watch that Jaden Daniels dude, man, a little bit more this week. I mean, I may have to rethink that. That just a slam dunk for Drake May. You know what I mean? Yeah, he runs a lot, but that's a strength, right? The key is, can he develop in the passing game at an accelerated pace? Because he's 24. You know what I mean? He's 24. So take away, like Drake May is 21. That's 3 years. You know what I mean? So you starting out, he's 3 years mature, but he's also 3 years younger, where he still can be molded. He still got time to make these mistakes and still be able to develop into a quarterback. And I'm speaking of Drake May. Well, when you Jaden Daniels at 24, you got to think that you have to accelerate the process. You got to think that, when your contract's up in 4 years, you know what I mean, you pretty much got to have at least 1 or 2 years under your belt where it's solidified that you're a starting quarterback to see that next contract. Because one thing they won't do is just sign you to the fifth-year deal if they ain't iffy about you. It's basically what's going on with Justin Fields right now. You know what I mean? So you got a little bit more time to play with development when you talk about the age difference between Drake May and Jordan Daniels. But I'm still gonna stick to my guns with Drake May though, man. I think he checks all the boxes. Like, I don't see anybody in the draft being a runner that Jaden Daniels is. You know what I mean? If we was talking about a popularity contest, then yeah, Jaden Daniels all the way. But we was talking about, starting a college football team. You know what I mean? Who's gonna start for me? It definitely would be Jaden Daniels over Drake May. Because he's more of a weapon. But this ain't college, man. It's the NFL. So, but we'll see, man. But we'll stay here on the 28th of January. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Drake May. Drake May at number two for the Commanders. Yeah, but it should be some good games today, though. It should be some good games today, though, man. I'm telling you. The KC, Baltimore, even Detroit and the 49ers, man. They're gonna be some good games too. A lot of people want Detroit to win. I don't know if it's because 49ers are not really unless you're a fan of the 49ers, they starting not to be a likable team. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a Kyle Shanahan thing, or maybe it's just how I'm feeling. But how can you not love Detroit, man? What up though? You know what I mean? What up though? This was the 0-16 franchise, man. 0-16. You know what I mean? You know how bad of a franchise you have to be the only one that went 0-16? And they ain't have a lot of winning seasons before or after that. So this is big for Detroit, man. All the way around. And I think they got a real good chance of pulling this off. I'm not a Brock Purdy believer. Same with McCaffrey, man. McCaffrey can go for he can go on a 90-yard touchdown run, or he can lay on the turf for 90 minutes and he's out the game. You know what I mean? 90 seconds, I should say, and he's out the game. So I ain't, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just I'm tired of hearing this Shanahan and the Shanahan tree genius word thrown around about this family from a lot of people in the area and the media and all that. Like, let's not forget about Detroit here, man. You know, got a solid offense. Jared Goff is clearly, in my opinion, clearly the better quarterback out of the two. You know, I'll take Jared Goff every day. Give me 10 drafts, 10 times I'm taking Jared Goff over Brock Purdy. You know, about 2 or 3 points. Yeah, man. Definitely should be some good games. So excited for early levels. These lines have been steady. Kansas City +4, Baltimore -200. I mean, Detroit +7.5. I think that's a big number, man. A lot of people think that's just right. I think that's a big touchdown. You know what I mean? Come on, a touchdown. If I'm Campbell, I got that on a big board in the locker room. Mine +7.5. They think we so inferior to this team that they willing to give us a touchdown just to break even. Yeah, man. Let's see what's going on over here. I ain't trying to get too far into it. Try to wait on a G, man. You know, so let me see, man. What else we got going on here, man? Talk a little NBA. Let's talk a little Knicks, man. How about them Knicks, man? Put the smack down on Denver. And put the smack down on the Heat. Now Julius Randle's out. But that's the course of the NBA, man. You gonna have injuries, you gonna have players out. Hopefully, this ain't nothing that's gonna keep them out for an extended period of time. You know what I mean? They got a little dislocated shoulder, but there's no damage to it. They don't see a lot of damage to it, so that's a good thing. So maybe just need to take a week off, maybe 2. You know what I mean? Rest that shoulder and get back in the flow of things, man. But ever since that OG trade, man, he fit in there perfect. You know what I mean? Consistent. You know you're gonna get defense every night. You know, you opening up you open up more playing time for Grimes. Grimes has been inconsistent, but when he's on, he's on. McBride, you know what I mean? I think they're more surprised when McBride's played than anybody's played off the bench. You know, they're still looking for a veteran guard though, which is smart. You know what I mean? You can never have too many guards in the NBA. You know what I mean? So that's smart right there. Scoring's up in the NBA, which is crazy. I mean, it's like the ABA. It's the NABA. Well, Luca went for 73. A couple of days before that, Philly. Joel Embiid went to 70, went for 70. Joel Embiid's on the fast track to his second consecutive MVP. Matter of fact, I think he's been playing at a higher MVP level this year than he was last year when he actually won the thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Bucks. Hey man, the Bucks might just book their vacation right now. You know what I mean? When the playoffs in May, finals like in June, right? Yeah, man. Just go ahead and book your vacation now, man. Come on, man. Doc Rivers. Come on, man. Doc Rivers owns a lawn care store, a lawn chair store, man. Doc Rivers owned the lawn chair store, man. Every year his teams fold in the playoffs, man. You talking about, man? That's why him and James Harden never was gonna mix, man. Doc was the owner and James Harden was the manager. Always fold in the playoffs. I mean, I'm sorry. I like Doc. He's a solid coach. You know what I mean? But it started to make me think how great Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Rondo was. See, they ain't had the big three. They had the big four. That was the difference. You know what I mean? They had the big four. Everybody else got the big three. They had the big four. Rondo was that dude, that point guard, man. I don't care what nobody say. And a lot of people, you talk point guards, people don't bring up Rondo. But Rondo was bad motherfucker at point guard. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we had the All-Star game come out. Joel Embiid, Tatum, Tyrese, Dame, the East, LeBron, Luka, KD, Joker, and Shea. You know what I mean? Shea's not the surprise, but Shea's the new guy in that mix for a start and go, and well deserved, man. OKC tied for first with Minnesota in the West. That's well deserved, man. You know, in the East, you know, I wanted to see my man Brunson in here. You know what I mean? But just to know that he was that close to starting, talking about he had the players' votes, you know what I mean? And it came down to tiebreaker with the fan votes. He gonna lose a popularity contest to Dame all day. You know what I mean? Dame got his brand. Dame been a brand. You know, Brunson just built it the past 2.5 years. I give him the half because that playoff year with Dallas, every time Luka was out, he was cooking, burning them up. 30. I think he might hit 41 game. You know what I mean? So Mark Cuban took a lot of heat last year for not, re-signing him, and they had to go out and trade for Kyrie. I was like, shit, y'all had your guard right there. Y'all let him walk. But look, he was going to the Knicks. That's where he wanted to be. I mean, I think that's where his pops wanted him to be. His pops on the bench with us. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like these All Stars though. You know what I mean? There's only one old guy in there. That's LeBron. LeBron is the last of the Mohicans right now. He's still balling though, but still the last of the Mohicans, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's chilling right here. Yeah. Kicks off at 3 o'clock. Kick off at 3. What's wrong, man? Big talk. Giannis, listen, man. Giannis is starting to get on my nerves, man. Giannis is starting to sound like he think he black Ted Leonsis. And the fact that he foreign, you know what I mean, it even makes him look worse to me. Because he think he like he's smarter than everybody. You know what I mean? And you're not smarter than everybody, man. We see right through all that. He was just a surprise to anybody. Listen, man, it's one thing about when it comes to sports information and stuff. When this stuff start going across social media and none of the players deny it, that tells you it right there that, come on, bro, you ain't like how the man was treating your brother. You know what I mean? Your brother's trash, straight up. You know what I mean? Yeah. He might can play over in Europe. He might can even go to the G League. He can go out here to the Y. He ain't no NBA player, man. He's only in the NBA because of you. He does nothing good. Nothing. He don't play good defense. He don't dribble. He don't shoot. He can't pass. He can't hit a layup. He don't rebound. Only thing he do good is cheer you on. He's number one at that on the sideline. You know what I mean? Go, little brother. That's the only thing he do is good, man. So if you got a coach and he giving them a hard time about it, pause. Like you just gotta let that go, man. You gotta let your brother be a man, especially your big brother. You know what I mean? Look, work with him. Why you ain't working with him? Get him good at something, man. Come on, man. There's been a lot of players in this league that ain't had no skills, but they found one thing they was good at, and it was an asset to their team, man. That dude's stealing money. He's stealing money, bro. He on the all Ben Simmons team, stealing money. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So not a good look, Giannis, man. I'll tell you what, you better win with Doc Rivers. Because I'll tell you right now, you know, Doc ain't gonna keep taking the blame for the team folding, even though he owned the lawn chair store. You know what I mean? Getting close to the trade deadlines. You got some big names out there, you got some not so big names. I think so far the biggest of all the names is DeJounte Murray. You know what I mean? But Murray, Atlanta asking for a lot. 2 number ones and a viable player, bro. This ain't San Antonio DeJounte Murray. This is Atlanta Hawks DeJounte Murray. Y'all let him go in the background and not do nothing. You know what I mean? It's showing that Trae Young might shoot like Steph Curry, but he can't play like Steph Curry. He don't know how to run a team like Steph Curry. You know what I mean? Because there's no way in the world that DeJounte Murray shouldn't be able to get his shots and be in the flow of the game at all times. You know what I mean? So, and that's basically what it is. You got 2 guys who like to have the basketball in their hands and 2 guys who can't really adapt to each other. And I don't know if that's Trae Young who feel like he should have to, because, you know, he's the incumbent. That's his team. You know what I mean? Or DeJounte Murray is just not picking up what Trae Young is throwing down. It's one or the other. But when that trade was made, you thought that was going to be a move that was going to put Atlanta, maybe not over the top, but definitely in a serious mix of things. You know, so we'll see what's up with that one. Bruce Brown, everybody wants Bruce Brown. Listen, Bruce Brown is kicking himself right now that he didn't put a no trade. He didn't get a no trade clause. I know you said like, yo, he didn't get it. Yeah. Melo got the no trade clause, and motherfuckers was bitching about that. He shouldn't have got that shit. But my point is, everybody wants Bruce Brown. He's a championship core player. You know what I mean? You need a guard that can do everything. Bruce Brown is your guy. You need a guard that can start for some games. Bruce Brown is your guy. You need him just to come off the bench. He's your guy. You know what I mean? And he got championship pedigree now. Everybody see what he did for Denver last year. You know what I mean? He was a major part of that reason why come on. They got the joke. You know what I mean? You got Murray States. But you need your role players, and he was definitely playing at a high level. So right now he's on everybody's every good team, he's on a want list. I want Bruce Brown. We're getting close to kickoff. How y'all feel about McCaffrey? McCaffrey always one of the players. He got to show it to me on a game-to-game basis. You know, he's a good back though. I just seen like he's either he hit or miss. He's either healthy or hurt. Ain't no in between. No in between with McCaffrey. Definitely a key today though. Detroit definitely need to shut him down if they're really trying to do something today. You can't let McCaffrey go crazy today. You know what I mean? You can't give up these long runs. You got to hit him early and often. Gang tackle him at that. You know what I mean? Pursuit. You know what I mean? You can't let McCaffrey beat you. You let McCaffrey beat you, the 49ers is going to beat you, period. McCaffrey have a good game, you're going to lose. I mean, he might be the key more than anybody. Because I'll take my chances on Purdy and to throw the ball 35 a game, 35 times a game. I'll take my chances on Brock Purdy having to throw the ball 35 times a game. You know, so McCaffrey really is the key of all keys. A half hour to kickoff. Zay Flowers, man. I was a Zay Flowers fan when he was in South Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably wrong. Butcher. But he had a solid year this year. He got better as the season went along, which you need, especially for a receiver's position for a rookie guy. And he's a speed guy, too. Who got the better receiver core, man? That's left in the playoffs. 49ers got Debo, Brandon Ayuk. What's the man's name? Jennings. You know, Ravens, Rashard Bateman, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. I guess you could throw Kittles in with the 49ers. He's a receiver. Tight ends, they get to catch a receiver. Like I said, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Detroit, Amon St. Brown, Eman Williams from Alabama, Kansas City, Kadarius Tony, Nicole Hardman, Shaw Ross. They definitely coming up at number 4. I'll take Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore as a lead receiver. San Francisco 2. No, it is San Francisco 2, Detroit 3. Yeah. So this we're gonna do. Let's get ready to get to these picks, man. What's it? 2:30. Go hold time. Super Bowl 2 weeks. Don't worry. Definitely got to see the Bob Marley movie. February 14th. I gonna bring Bob Marley on Valentine's Day. Don't worry. Come on, man. You know that was supposed to come out 420. They're supposed to push that one back 2 months. 420. You dropped the ball on that one, man. Drops the ball on that one. Kansas City +4 or +163. Over unders at 44.5. Baltimore -4, -200. All right, listen, man. Kansas City, the Jordan Nets, man. They gotta come through. I just said it. Rice, Harden, Sky Moore, Pacheco. Listen, Andy Reid got to run the ball with Pacheco. For both of these teams, they were blueprint games for me. For Kansas City, it was the Raiders game Christmas. All right. The Raiders was physical with them, and they played smart in the secondary. So Baltimore cornerbacks will have to play their asses off today, because Mahomes is Jordan. Point blank simple. Mahomes is going to keep them in the game. At all times, they would never not be in the game until the clock strikes zero and they don't got the most points. They always going to be in this game. And the Raiders, their cornerback play was excellent that game. I remember watching that game, Christmas game. Which man had a pick six, and would he have another interception, or just had the pick six or whatever? You know what I mean? And also, they was physical with the Chiefs. They ran the ball. You know what I mean? They got a lead. They ran the ball. The offense ain't do shit. And that leads back to the Chiefs got a good defense too. I know they missing a couple players today. You know what I mean? But hey, next man up. It ain't always about the individual players. A lot has to do with the scheme too. Can the next man up guys run the schemes like the guys that start? Yeah, they starters for a reason. You know what? Some of these dudes are backups should be starters too. But definitely can start for one game. So Baltimore gotta contain them, man. Gotta contain Superman, man. You gotta take away Mardo. You gotta take Travis Kelce out the game. You gotta let them other guys beat you. You gotta let the Jordanettes beat you. You know what I mean? You gotta take Scottie Pippen out the game. My auto, Travis Kelce, that's Scottie Pippen. You gotta take him out the game and let the Jordanettes beat you. Just saying all that, I've been waffling. I ain't gonna lie, I've been waffling all week long with this game. We're gonna bet these games live. We're gonna bet these games live too. Let's show y'all I ain't playing. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Mike McDonald, Anthony Weaver. Kellen Moore named the Eagles offensive coordinator. I said this, man. I said this. Kellen Moore's out there. Now that's an upgrade. Vic Fangio defense, Kellen Moore offense. All right. The Eagles just went from a sinking ship to back on course again. I was trying to see if they had anything news. All right, yeah. Like I said, I'm a waffling back and forth. I don't want to go against Mahomes. I want to see Mahomes win. I do. I want to see him to continue to build that legacy. He's a legend right now. He's a living legend right now. You know what I mean? I want to see him keep building on that. But listen, man, it just might be Lamar Jackson's time. You know, Ravens always a good organization. They always in the mix of things. And I ain't got a problem with the players building and building and building his way up. And he's having another MVP season. He'll be number 2. You know what I mean? He got the supporting cast around him. So in Baltimore, man, every good team Baltimore has been up against this year, they put the beat down to him, man. They put the smack down on him. I know it's Mahomes, my auto, and all that. Give me Kansas City money, man. We're gonna knock that right there. Kansas City money line. Kansas City money line, bro. Let's go, man. Michael Jordan, man. Michael Jordan. This is gonna be a good game, though. You know what I mean? If they don't even, I got you. I got a money line. They don't win though. I can see them covering though. I can see this coming down to a Justin Tucker field goal. I can see that definitely. You know what I mean? But for the GP, we going Kansas City. My auto. You know what I mean? The other game, Detroit, San Francisco. Like I said, man, this game's about stopping McCaffrey. I think Detroit got enough offensive weapons and a good game plan, a good scheme on offense where they're going to be able to move the ball. They're going to be able to put up points. The whole key is going to be stopping McCaffrey, making them 49ers one-dimensional. Make Brock Purdy beat you. I don't think Brock Purdy can beat you. I don't. Saying all that, man, give me Detroit plus the 7.5. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I think the 49ers are going to win, but I don't see them running away with this game like a lot of people say they're going to run away with this game. Like I said, give me Detroit plus 7.5. I mean, as I'm looking over here, it just went down to 7. I'm going to take this 7.5. But to be fair, though, we're going to bet money line on it. Man. Let's go. Let's go. What up, though? Detroit Lions, man. There you go, man. It's all good. Get the bets in. I don't know what happened with the homie. I'm pretty sure he'll post his bets on live on Twitter or something like that, the X or IG, one or two. He'll get his joints up there. We out, man. Y'all enjoy these games. Kansas City, Detroit, and the Super Bowl. I know it ain't the matchup everybody wants to see. You know what I mean? But it'll be Baltimore, San Francisco. That's what everybody really want to see. That name power. But who's a bigger name than Mahomes? Like I said, man, it's Thursday. We out. Enjoy the games. This Sunday on you.
We interrupt our program to bring you
Water Boys, 757 Paulie, 757 DC, with Sapoda coming all hard on the beat. Got G from the shop, Mr. Arn Anderson. Pause, man, you already know we sports gambling, cash and checks, already rich. Gunny man on deck, my boy, place your bets, my boy. Oh yes, it's in the water. Washington Commanders, numbers on the border. Marketing your planners, Water Boys scores up. If you're a fan, I'm sure this the tour bus. Yeah, take a ride, going low or going high. Water Boys outside. Heard of anybody better? They a mother loving lie. You a value size short of a Mickey D. Fry, my guy.